Welcome to Game Over Yeah, the video game podcast created by gamers for gamers, with your host Leon.
Dave, hi.
And a non-visible stag beetle himself.
No, that's right. He's in his true stag beetle form this week. But yeah, we're just gonna get into some of that video game jazz after Dave has dealt with his plumber.
I had Mario himself round here collecting stars and defeating Bowser and generally rescuing the princess and causing as much mayhem and havoc as possible. But it's all good, and everything has been restored back to normality.
But yeah, I've just wrapped up on a Starbound stream as well. I was playing a bit of that while I was waiting on my server. For people out there who do like playing Starbound and want to join my server, come join me. Come message me, and I will give you details, and you can come and play Starbound, and the world will be a happier place. Anyway, let's continue. And I mean, Dave has also leveled up. Have you spent your skill points wisely?
Yeah, totally. I put it into sleep and eating and drinking. I've fortified my liver some more, just to make sure I can handle my drink well. Because there was a lot at the weekend. Free alcohol at a wedding. Oh yes.
Yeah, that's messy. I've definitely done that before as well. I remember going to Tess and Richard's wedding and getting very, very inebriated.
Sadly, I wasn't allowed to take the bottle of whiskey away from the table. It saddens me.
Yeah, that sucks. I would have.
Although I was no idea how I was going to get it on the plane home, but booked there.
Well, I've got a heavy drinking weekend coming up. Not this weekend, but the next weekend. I've got my my annual Tech Fest coming up, so I'm going to be rocking out to some
Nice.
Tech Metal.
Turbo Shandy.
There's going to be some Turbo Shandy consumed. I'm probably going to take a box of wine as well, maybe some Jaeger.
A box of wine is an underrated thing. Such class, such elegance.
Oh yeah,
you're not drinking box wine.
Oh yeah, man, and it's going to be good. It's going to be it would be perfect because I'm not going to be able to take glass bottles into there anyway. So, just some red wine. Because why would I take white? Because that'd just be a terrible idea in a warm tent. Just going. But yeah. Let's get into.
My friend once went into a gig in his wine vest. And we were
wine vest.
Okay, so this is brilliant. It's like you've never seen ingenuity like it. So it's basically like his leather jacket vest sort of thing, but like the inside is cut out so he can put in bags of liquids, and then like basically out of like two of the things that have like the metal spikes, you can take one off and you can insert a straw into it. And I was like, okay, so what kind of like quantities are we looking at? He goes, well, if I need to, I can get about 14 litres of wine into a place. I was like, 14 litres?
14?
Are you fucking mad? I never actually drank from it because I thought it'd look a bit strange just sucking from like... It's basically on his breast. So it looks like you're basically suckling at the teat. But, yeah, it was pretty impressive. You could basically start giving people drinks all night for charging whatever he wants.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
But yeah, onto those games things that we talk about sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just quickly dive in and just say Starbound. I've still been playing that like mad. I have recently picked up the new expansion for Final Fantasy Realm Reborn, which is Stormblood, but haven't really played too much of it yet, so I'll get to that another time. So all in all, that's kind of it on a video game front. But I did go to a very, very awesome event at the Barbican called Symphonic Odysseys, which was actually a whole like homage to the amazing man himself. You know how much I love this guy, Nobuo Uematsu. And it was pretty fucking impressive because it was the London Symphony Orchestra. Because it's the Barbican as such as well, it's not it's not as like massive as like the Distant Worlds kind of shows, you know, that being at the Royal Albert Hall and all. So on that kind of level, it was really cool because it kind of felt a little bit more intimate. Don't get me wrong, still a big show, but it was the London Symphony Orchestra, and that's what's not to like about that. Now, like sort of the first half was sort of mainly all kind of Final Fantasy songs, and then on the sort of second half, we had something from King's Knight, Chrono Trigger, The Last Story, and we also had like a big section on Lost Odyssey, which was awesome. The cool thing about sort of in the second half as well is that the London Symphony Orchestra, sorry, the London Symphony Choir was there for that second part as well, and that just made it even more epic. And they did like two encores as well, which were sort of Final Fantasy songs. One of them being the battle theme from Final Fantasy VII, but it kind of started off with the piano version, and then it just sort of escalated into this ridiculously massive thing. Really cool show. If they ever do sort of Symphonic Odysseys again at the Barbican, I recommend it highly because it was fucking awesome. But that's me for this week. It's pretty much all my jazz. So, Dave, man, what's been cracking? Obviously, other than leveling up.
Continuing the Final Fantasy theme, I've continued playing Final Fantasy 13. I'm in the bit at the moment where I'm running around Grand Pulse, doing all the Seath missions, attempting to 5-star them all. It's actually quite fun, but it does take a lot of time because you have to gear your characters up and you have to level them up. But you can't level them up too much because the time based is on your stats. So you have to sort of gimp yourself slightly so you're able to do the fight within a decent amount of time. But you can't gimp yourself too much because otherwise you just get your ass handed to you. So I'm using a guide because, you know, that takes all the thinking out of it. But I think I've done... Yes, thanks, Esme. Yes, I have done indeed 10 of the missions. I think I'm about to unlock the chocobos, and then I get to do all the treasure hunt and running around and digging as a chocobo. I've never done that before. I'm actually further into the game now than I was when I first played it, because when I first played it, I was just bumbling along, not really knowing what to do. But now I have more of a purpose in mind. But it is amazingly time-consuming, so it's going to take me a long time to get through the game. But I'm having fun. Oh, and obviously, Plants vs Zombies is still eating up all my spare time on my mobile. Damn that game! But I am rank 35 now of 50, so slowly getting there.
Nice, dude. Nice. Well, let's move over to the Stag there, man. What's been cracking with you on the video game front?
So, Overwatch, I think, is probably the flavour. I'm getting hooked on it in a big way. I been watching a lot of the stuff of what's coming, so I assume the summer games are coming quite soon. So there's going to be a load of new skins, and then they're going to bring out that game, apparently, well, it might not be, but Lucio Ball, which could be quite fun, so we'll get involved in that. But I quite like the idea of what they're doing with Hearthstone and Overwatch. Have you heard about how they're going to change up the dynamics of rares and legendaries and stuff like that?
No.
I've heard about Hearthstone legendaries. Are we talking about the fact that once you've crafted one or you get one, then you won't get the same legendary from that set until you've collected the entire set? Yeah,
so in Hearthstone, basically, you won't ever get a duplicate legendary. And
you will also get a legendary within the first 20 packs, I think it was.
Something like that, depending on what kind of bundle you buy. And then in Overwatch, the duplicates are going to massively reduce. So basically, it's harder to get a duplicate, which will mean that you'll get more of the items that you want. And so on. So what I'm going to do is, rather than doing what I always do and just opening all my packs in one go, I will just, like, every time I get one, I'm going to try and save some of them up. And then there'll be some new skins, and we all love a bit of skin action. So yeah, I've started playing quite a lot of the sort of the arcade mode.
Oh,
'Cause I didn't realise that you could get loot crates for winning that, and kind of just playing with a couple of mates has been a bit of a laugh. The mode that I quite like is the 6v6 random hero, because every time you die you get a random hero, and some of the combinations can become pretty crazy when you've got like 6 Reinhardts on a team somehow or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm not getting that much better, I don't think.
have you
But
kind of explored much more of the kind of ranked play as such? Have you done your like placement matches or?
yeah, I'm ranked on 1300 and something SR. But I placed when I placed at 1500, so I've only gone down. The problem is, to be honest, not me. I'm pretty consistent now. If I'm a support character, I'm pretty useful for the team. And then I've learned to be a DPS or tank. I pretty much can fit any role now. So I
Nice.
would say I'm that good with some characters, but I have a character or two I can play in any kind of position. So that's kind of the main thing for me. I did have a bit of a freak out the other day when the whole team started blaming my Mercy for like everyone dying, and I was just like, literally on the microphone screaming at them, just like stay together, just do this, like telling them what to do,
Hmm.
and then no one doing anything in the first game, and I was like, right, fucking do this, and everyone's going, oh, you're shit and all this stuff, and like quit the game and report this guy and all this stuff, he's trolling. I was like, fucking do this, and literally we just mopped the floor with this team once they started doing it. I was like, here's the plan, if you like all run out of line of sight, I can't heal you. It's pretty simple stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, trolling in the first game, and then you finally start playing properly. I was like, yeah, okay, it's my fault. But yeah, I think that's the problem. Really, is the ranked side of things. If you have one person or 2 people on your team that can let you down, like you're at a big disadvantage straight away. And I think that's the problem at the lower ranks. The impact I have on a game is not enough to overcome the impact of someone else being really shit.
Yeah, I'm with
So, but no, I'm getting into it. I'd like to try and rank up. It's going to be a case of, I think I probably need to stick to a main and just select it quick and just get in. But I mean, usually no one really wants to be the healer, so I don't mind doing that. It just frustrates me when, I mean, the other day I took, who did I take? I took Soldier, and there was a Lucio and the Mercy, and I was gold for healing from my fucking E thing when I dropped the
Yeah.
thing rather than them, and I was just like, what are you doing? I don't understand how you can be this bad at the game. I'm like gold for about 1500 healing. This is nuts. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a proper go. I think I need to invest in a bit better mouse,
Hmm.
and I do need to change my setup because at the moment playing on the laptop isn't the ideal. But to be honest, it's not that bad. Like graphically and everything on the laptop, it handles it pretty well, and I don't have any major issues of lagging and stuff like that. So I think mainly the only thing that really hurts me is the keyboard setup's a little bit small.
Hmm.
And then yeah, my mouse is shit. So I probably need to invest in one of them and try and up the sensitivity a bit to get a bit more accurate.
Yeah, no, that's a good plan. I mean, like, my sensitivity is ridiculous when I'm playing that game, so it's always a recommended kind of thing, just because you can move around so much faster.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna have to try and play some more of that game at some point. I kind of like I played so much of it when I was at alt that one time, and then I just kind of like I don't know, it just kind of went into my brain, and I was like, oh, I can't handle this anymore. Like yeah, because I just played it for like I don't know, I think it was like 6, 7 hours straight. So it was just sort of like, yeah, it was a bit too much for my brain to handle. So I just need to kind of get back into it. I still haven't really done that much on a rank play kind of level. So I need to still even do my placement matches, like finish them up. I think I've done like 2 of them. Is it like 10? placement matches. I think it's something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I just need to get back into it for sure. Okay, well that sort of gets through our video game stories. We haven't got too much on the news front, so it should be a fairly short podcast for the
Give
viewers
me a
out there
tiny
this week.
little ickle bickle one.
Short and sweet.
So we've got a Steam sale that has started now. It's going to be ending on the 5th of July. I've seen a couple of games that we'll be picking up tomorrow because I get paid tomorrow, so I'll definitely be picking up some. Straight away, I'm going to be picking up Final Fantasy VII again, probably for like the 10th time now, I'm guessing. The only reason why is because I don't have it on Steam, and originally the version that's on Steam as such, it was out on the Square Enix store in the first instance. But I can't get it from the Square Enix store anymore. It just doesn't. Yeah, I can't find anywhere to download it, and even if I do, it's got this stupid secure ROM kind of shit on it, and I'd have to contact someone to give me like an additional code or sorry, additional activation. It would just be a right pain in the ass. So I was like, for $4.99, I'm just gonna buy it on Steam and never have to fucking worry about that shit again. The other game that I'm going to be picking up, and there's probably going to be some more later on when I sort of have a proper look through, but I saw Shadow of Mordor was at £3.19, which is fucking cheap. So maybe that will be something that I can have a look at again finally. Because obviously when I was playing it on PS4 originally, I was renting it from that Boomerang service back in the day. I obviously was really shit at it and made it impossibly hard for myself that I just couldn't be asked to play it anymore. So, fingers crossed, this time will be the one. Have you guys had a look at the summer sale as of yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
looking at the stickers. You complete quests and you get a bunch of stickers. Although it doesn't seem like the stickers do anything. And once the summer Steam sale goes away, so do the stickers. So it's just a bit of fun to do during the event. It's a bit pointless. It feels like you should be getting, value for your stickers that you're doing. But, people will enjoy the collecting.
Yeah.
I am seeing that the Division is for 20 quid. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not, though.
Don't do it. Don't bother.
I wouldn't bother.
No, but no, there isn't anything really that sort of leaps out as to, I really need to get this game. Most of the games that I really want to get hold of, I've already got.
Yeah, I was kind of hovering over like the Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition because that was like that's at $17.49 now, and I was
That's
like,
worth it.
yeah,
Definitely worth it.
I was also thinking maybe which should be funny. It'd be the third time I bought it. Grand Theft Auto 5 because it'd be good to have it on PC. And I also still don't have Doom, and that's $9.99 at the moment. So
yeah, I have Doom. Doom is awesome. Get Doom.
Yeah, I'm definitely tempted on that one. So yeah, there's a few games that I'm kind of like I'm hovering over at the moment, but the two that I said about were my definites. So I'm definitely going to be picking up them when I get paid tomorrow. Mike, did you see any games in there that you were thinking of picking up?
There's a few. I mean, Gang Beasts interests me. That's only a tenner at the moment, so I thought I quite liked playing that, but I never actually got it myself. There was another one. I can't remember what the fuck it was. There was a few that I was sort of like, yeah, maybe I'd be interested in that because they weren't too much. I think the Shadow of Mordor one that you said was probably one of the better ones out there.
Noticed Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Editions on the sale.
Oh yeah, if you haven't played that game or anything yet, I recommend highly to pick that up. I must admit I didn't get the definitive edition, so there might be some extra content that I haven't played through, but I don't even care about that because just the core game of it was just fucking amazing anyway. So I'm sure that I just get on it if you haven't already. It's a really fun game. I'm looking forward to the new one that I think is coming out later in the year if I remember rightly from the conference. Yeah, get on that game.
Yeah, the other cool one is Transformers Devastation's on there, 80% off.
Yeah, that's
so
a
you
good
can
game
get
as
a really
well.
good game for really cheap.
Yeah, I got it on PlayStation Plus at one point, so I've got it on my PS4, and yeah, really fun game to play.
I was also looking. There's quite a lot of the old Deus Ex games, or even the newer ones, pretty cheap as well. So I'm tempted to go and get one of the older ones. I mean, what was it? Deus Ex, the original and Game of the Year edition, is 99p. Can't
Oh
really go
wow!
wrong for 99.
Oh yeah, for 99p, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Absolutely. I already have it, but if you haven't got it, for 99p, it's an absolute bargain. That game's still amazing, even to today's standards. They don't have. Oh, is Mankind Divided the sequel to the new Deus Ex?
I can't remember what order they're all in now. I think
Mankind Divided, I thought was the
that's
latest.
that's the latest one, yeah. Because
That's
Yeah,
only
I might
99,
grab that
isn't it?
then.
yeah, because that's
Because I've got all the
9.99.
other Deus Exes. 12.49 at the moment.
Human Revolution, which is the director's cut, which is a good game anyway, is £2.60.
Oh yeah, because I'm looking at euros. You're looking at pounds, and then
And
Deus Ex the Full, is that like DLC or something?
there is
Don't
some
know, I don't
DLC
remember
there,
that
but
one.
there's Deus Ex Mankind Divided Digital Deluxe Edition is £16.23 in our region, so it's not too bad.
Or you just go Deus Ex Collection, and which is the same price as the sequel, pretty much, and you get every game.
Oh shit,
for a game.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Deus Ex
99.95's worth for £15.66. That's not bad.
That is amazing. Yeah, totally do that then instead. Because I definitely didn't get all of the expansions for Human Revolution when I was playing that, so yeah, it might be worth doing actually.
Oh no, you don't get the sequel in that one. You only get Invisible War, Deus Ex the Full, Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, and you get Deus Ex Mankind Divided Season Pass.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move away from the Steam sale. I mean, maybe we can talk about it next week. Hopefully, when we've bought some on that kind of level.
Yeah,
So
but like all good Steam sales, it will suck from your wallet
oh, it fucking
because of
does.
all the awesome games.
Every year. Now we have got the SNES Classic Edition coming out on the September the 29th. Which is fucking awesome. We're going to get, because obviously we had the NES edition for last year. This year it's going to be all about the SNES Classic Edition. And Nintendo have said that it is a 2017 thing as well. They are going to be making more than what they did for the NES, but it will be strictly to this year. So you need to make sure you pick it up
What console is this on?
the SNES Classic Edition. In other words, it is the little SNES device. It is like a console.
No shit. I might have to get that. There's some amazing games on there.
Yeah, so they finally announced it because it was kind of like it had been rumored for quite a long time anyway. And yeah, we're finally getting it on the 29th of September. But it is just this year. That's it. That it's going to be built. So if you want one, just make sure you fucking get one because it's going to be. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be like the NES Classic. It's going to be difficult to get hold of. But the games that are necessarily actually going to be on the device itself, there's going to be Contra 3, the Alien Wars, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3, F-Zero, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Mega Man X, Secret of Mana, Star Fox 2, which was never released on the SNES as well. So in other words, a never released Star Fox game is coming out on this device. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Hyper Fighting,
Whoop, whoop.
Super Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch Out, and Yoshi's Island. So there's plenty of
Heavy hitters.
Yeah, plenty of hitters on there that's coming out. And obviously, like it was with the NES as such, I think you're going to be able to necessarily put games in it as well. So yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. I think it's going to be a cool little thing for
That's
sure.
my early Christmas present sorted. Yeah, I don't have any of the new latest consoles, but I'm quite happy to fork out a load of money for a really old SNES.
Yeah.
I think we need to just buy you one of the newer consoles, Dave. I think we just need to. Me and Mike, we'll club together and get you one.
How much are they at the moment? 150 quid second hand. So what are we?
Well, I was talking to my girlfriend's brother, and he picked out one for like 80 odd quid because he exchanged a whole bunch of stuff for it, and he weren't happy with it.
Yeah, there we go. So we need to get this. We need to get this going for you, Dave. We need to make this happen. I'm hopefully going to get an Xbox One soon as well. So we'll see.
I've got to work out. I won a load of Amazon vouchers and prepaid Mastercard, and I haven't worked out what toy I want yet for it.
Okay.
Got a load of stuff to buy, so I might go and get something. I don't know what I want yet, but I keep looking at like Amazon's annoying.
Yeah.
Because I've realised I'm an old man now. Because I was looking through stuff and I was like, oh, I got money for this, I got money for that. It's not really good value. It's good value. And then a toothbrush came up and I was like, oh, that's real good value. And I was like, are you seriously going to buy a toothbrush with your fucking prize fund? Are you mad? So,
which is the way it goes, man.
Find something a bit more interesting, I think.
On other news, we had Call of Duty 4 Wise Modern Warfare Remaster. They were like, nah, mate, if you want to get that game, you're gonna have to pick up. Was it Infinity War at the time or something?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not anymore. The PS4 standalone release has been confirmed, and it's actually apparently out today as well. They haven't kind of said on when the others are going to be coming out on the Xbox One on the PC yet, but it's going to happen. So they lied, the bastards. They lied.
Of course they did. That's what it does.
That's how it works.
It does.
It's frustrating. I mean, that fucking whole Halo Wars thing that happened for me. The fact that they fucking brought it out on Steam, and to be fair, it's a little bit cheaper. That was kind of on my list as well. I think it's $11.99, and I was like, well, maybe, but I was like, I've already sunk fucking 50 quid on that shit. Like, I don't know, maybe it might have to happen. But I'd say that's about it. There was sort of like some in-game footage of the Beyond Good and Evil 2, but I can't show that shit because Ubisoft are dicks and like to flag our videos. So fuck Ubisoft.
Yeah, I watched the video. It doesn't really show much.
It
to be honest.
It doesn't. I agree with you as well. It was just sort of like, I think it was just more showing off the engine kind of capability rather than anything else. So
yeah.
Plus
the fact that it's so early that half the stuff probably will be completely different by the time the game gets around. So no point getting excited just yet.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. All right. Well, nice, short and sweet podcast for you this week. So if you'd like to take part in a conversation, leave a post on our Facebook or facebook.com/GameOverYear.
You can tweet us using @GoOverYear, and you can also follow us on Twitch, which is www.twitch.tv/GoOverYear.
If you want to get in contact with any of us, you can drop us an email. The email address is contact@gameoveryear.net. And then if you want to watch any of our YouTube videos, which we'd much like you to do, you can go to youtube.com/user/ help me out, Leon.
/user/GameOverYear UK. And Dave,
okay, that's it.
I love the cat.
Yeah, I would help you out with the what to say, but I can't because there's now a cat in front of the screen. She's like, yeah, you've been clearly on this webcam for far too long. Now I need to pay me more attention.
All right, well, I suppose we better quickly finish this up so you can give your cat some attention. So don't forget the most important place where you can find all these lovely links, our website, which is gameoveryear.net. Thank you for joining us, and until next time,
Game over.
Yeah.